Okay, this is my today's project. We have really found a tea blend that we like. We don't drink regular tea, okay? And so, but we found that we can make something that tastes a lot like regular sweet tea that we like in the South, and we grew up and drinking when we were little, but we don't drink anymore. So we have figured out how to make it out of things like speedwell and creeping Charlie. If you've watched my earlier videos, I've showed you how to make this tea. It's got lemon balm in it. All right, so I went out to harvest a bunch because I thought, okay, let's make a huge big pot and then we can just stick it in the fridge and drink on it all day as our tea of choice. And so I went out here. I knew there was some speedwell growing in here. This, I believe, is actually not speedwell. I think that is dead nettle, okay, which I do want, dead nettle. But this is speedwell with the little blue leaves. So there's tons of it in here. It's mixed in with, you know, we've got some spinach and beet greens, and I think that's some kind of a kale or mustard green or something like that. So here's our spinach here. But all of this other stuff is mixed in. So all that purple stuff, that is dead nettle, and it's really good for things like allergies, and that's what I'm trying to deal with. Why I invented the tea is it helps with allergies. So all of that. So what I'm going through, we've got a lot of chickweed in here, and the chickweed tends to take over our raised beds. So while it's edible, and I do keep some of it, I don't need this much of it. So I'm thinning out the chickweed, and you can make a pesto out of that. You could toss it in salad. So I am saving it off to the side. I put a little of it in my tea, but I'm not going to do a lot of it in the tea. It has a lot of calcium, good things that are good for you in it. But I'm going through, I'm getting rid of the clover. I think you can eat clover, but I haven't, that's not something I've explored a lot of. So the little blue ones are speedwell, and the purple ones are dead nettle. So I'm going to thin that out. I've been kind of thinning out this a little bit. It looked like that. So I've been pulling the, you know, the different things out. There's your speedwell. But I've been pulling out the clover. I don't care about it being in here. I got tons of clover all over the yard if I decide I want to start munching on clover. That right there, that is chickweed. And like I said, it'll take all over the whole place. So I'm tossing it in the pile over there if I want to make something out of that. So there you go. This is something new I'll have to look at. I think that is just ground matter, a type of useless kind of thing. It does look like a little bit of a succulent, so I'll look that up. I've been trying to find some purslane because purslane looks sort of like that. It's a little bit of a succulent. I'll let you know if that ends up being purslane, but I'll do an identification on that one. So what I do is I just go through these things and I start teaching myself the plants, which of the quote-unquote weeds are usable, and a lot of them are really. I mean, you could pretty much eat any of the weeds in here if you had to, but I do like to thin them out because then my vegetables grow better. So there's an idea for you for your garden. Try learning about your quote-unquote weeds in there. A weed is just a misplaced plant, as my husband and my friend Christine Farley says. So make use of it. Y'all take care.